Most people walk into a grocery store with the best intentions and walk out having spent way more than they planned. Sound familiar? The truth is, the way most of us were taught to grocery shop is actually costing us hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every single year. And the worst part? We do not even realize it. There are simple, practical shifts that can completely transform how much you spend on food each week. And once you know them, you cannot unsee them. This is for anyone who has ever stood at the checkout counter and felt that sinking feeling when the total pops up on the screen. Whether you are trying to stretch a tight budget, save up for something important, or just stop feeling like your paycheck disappears the moment groceries are involved, this is going to help. We are going to walk through the most common grocery shopping mistakes people make, and, more importantly, exactly how to fix them. These are not complicated tricks or extreme couponing strategies that take hours. These are real, doable changes that fit into everyday life. The single biggest money drain at the grocery store starts before you even walk through the door. Shopping without a plan is like going on a road trip without a map. You end up wandering, picking up things that look good in the moment, and forgetting the actual things you needed. Studies have shown that unplanned purchases account for a massive portion of grocery spending. The fix is simple. Spend 10 minutes before you shop writing out a meal plan for the week. Decide what you are going to eat for dinner each night, then build your grocery list around those meals. When you know exactly what you need, you stop buying things you will never use. One realistic tip here is to check what you already have at home before writing your list. Most people are shocked by how much food they already own that just gets forgotten in the back of the pantry or freezer. Grocery stores are designed by professionals whose entire job is to get you to spend more money. The layout is not random. Fresh produce and bakery items are placed near the entrance to trigger feel-good emotions. Essential items like milk, eggs, and bread are almost always at the back of the store, forcing you to walk past dozens of tempting products to get there. End caps, those displays at the end of each aisle, are prime real estate for items the store wants to move, not necessarily the best deals. The fix is to shop the perimeter of the store first. The outer edges typically hold whole foods like produce, meat, and dairy. The inner aisles are where the heavily processed and often overpriced packaged goods live. Sticking to the perimeter as much as possible keeps your cart healthier and your spending lower. Here is something most people completely overlook. The price tag on the shelf is not the number you should be looking at. The unit price, usually shown in small print on the shelf label, tells you the actual cost per ounce, per pound, or per count. This is the number that lets you make a real comparison between products. A larger package is not always the better deal, and a sale price does not always mean you are saving money. Get into the habit of glancing at the unit price before putting anything in your cart. Over time, this one habit alone can save you a noticeable amount every single month. A practical tip is to keep a small calculator on your phone handy if the math feels tricky at first. After a few shopping trips, it becomes second nature. This one sounds almost too simple, but the research backs it up completely. Shopping on an empty stomach leads to buying significantly more food, especially snacks, sweets, and comfort items you would not normally reach for. Hunger hijacks your decision-making. Everything looks appealing, and your brain starts justifying purchases that your wallet definitely does not need. The fix is straightforward. Eat something before you go. Even a small snack before heading to the store can make a real difference in how focused and disciplined you stay while shopping. If you find yourself at the store unexpectedly without having eaten, grab a piece of fruit or something small from the produce section first before you start filling your cart. There is nothing wrong with having favorite products, but paying a premium for a brand name when the store brand is virtually identical is one of the quietest ways people overspend on groceries. Store brand or generic products are often made in the same facilities as name brand items. The difference is usually just the packaging and the marketing budget behind it. For staples like canned goods, pasta, rice, flour, sugar, and frozen vegetables, the store brand is almost always just as good. Start by swapping out just a few items on your next shopping trip and see if you even notice a difference. Most people do not. Over a full month of shopping, those small swaps add up to real savings. Technology has made it easier than ever to save money on groceries without clipping a single paper coupon. Apps like Ibotta, Fetch Rewards, and Rakuten offer cashback on everyday grocery purchases. Many grocery store chains also have their own loyalty apps that offer personalized deals, digital coupons, and points that convert to discounts. The key is to check these apps before you shop, not after. Spend 5 minutes before your trip browsing the deals and adjusting your list to take advantage of what is already on offer. The mistake most people make is downloading these apps and then forgetting to use them consistently. Set a reminder on your phone to check your grocery app every week before you head to the store. Pre-washed salad bags, pre-cut fruit, shredded cheese, and single-serve snack packs are incredibly convenient, but you are paying a serious premium for that convenience. A block of cheese costs a fraction of the price of the same amount of pre-shredded cheese. A whole pineapple costs far less than a container of pre-cut pineapple chunks. The fix is not to eliminate convenience entirely, because life is busy and that is real. The fix is to be selective. Choose 1 or 2 convenience items that genuinely save you significant time and stress and cut back on the rest. Buying a whole head of lettuce and spending 2 minutes washing and tearing it yourself can save you several dollars per week, which adds up to over $100 a year. Grocery stores run sales on a predictable cycle. Certain items go on sale every few weeks, and produce is almost always cheapest when it is in season. Buying strawberries in the middle of winter means paying peak prices for something that was shipped from far away and is probably not even at its best. Learning to cook and shop around what is in season is one of the most effective ways to eat well and spend less. When something you use regularly goes on sale, stock up within reason. If pasta goes on sale and you know you will use it, buying 3 or 4 extra boxes makes complete financial sense. The mistake to avoid is stockpiling things that will expire before you can use them. If all of this feels like a lot to take on at once, do not try to change everything in one shopping trip. Pick just 1 or 2 of these fixes and focus on those for the next 2 weeks. Maybe you start with writing a meal plan and comparing unit prices. Or maybe you download a cashback app and commit to buying store brand staples. Small, consistent changes are what actually stick. Over time, these habits layer on top of each other, and the savings become genuinely significant. People who implement even half of these strategies regularly report saving between $50 and $150 per month on groceries without feeling deprived or spending hours planning. The grocery store does not have to win every time you walk through those doors. With a little awareness and a few intentional habits, you can take back control of your food budget and keep more of your money where it belongs. If this was helpful, share it with someone who could use a few extra dollars in their pocket each month. And if you want more practical, no-nonsense tips on living smarter with your money, make sure you subscribe so you never miss what comes next.